College Hall of Fame induction, some record-breaking stats, and a look forward at this week's matchup. Stay tuned.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh.
Murray heaves it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins. Miraculous. It's Murray magic.
The sickest Arizona Cardinals podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Welcome to the sickest Arizona Cardinals podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Singh, and this is our Positivity Playbook edition, where I'll bring in Charlotte in just a little bit to share 3 positive Cardinals stories. And I'll also be giving you a quick preview of this week's upcoming game, Cardinals versus Patriots. It's time to protect the nest and get serious about the rest of this season. So each week, NFL Communications sends to media members what they call a capsule. And this week's capsule has the stats from last week and what we have to look forward to this week. Let's take a look. Arizona Cardinals 6-7 versus New England Patriots 3-10. This is not going to be a walk in the park, unfortunately. The Patriots have been quite surprising. However, we absolutely should and have to come away with a win this week. When we take a look at last week's stats, the Patriots are relying on rookie QB Drake May. So he completed 24 of 30 attempts in their game last week, and that was his career high for 238 yards and a touchdown. He also had 59 rushing weeks, but that was all this was in week 13. For the Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson, their running back, obviously is leading the team with 94 scrimmage yards, 73 of them rushing, 21 receiving in week 13. So the Patriots had a bye in week 14, if you're wondering why I'm talking about week 13. So they've had some time off. They've had some time to regroup. Whether that was good for them or not is left to be seen, I suppose. So Ramondre Stevenson is actually the first player in Patriots franchise history with 700 or more scrimmage yards in his first 4 seasons. So this is something that the Cardinals defensive line is going to really need to pay attention to, because there are going to be a lot of rushing yards from Ramondre Stevenson. They also have Antonio Gibson. He had his first touchdown of the season in week 13 for the Patriots. He had a rushing touchdown against Arizona in 2020 when he was with Washington. Boo. Hunter Henry's their tight end, their top tight end. However, they have been relying on tight end Austin Hooper, who this could be his 3rd game in a row with a receiving touchdown. We've yet to see a receiving touchdown from Trey McBride. However, I would take McBride any day. When we talk about their defense, there really isn't a ton to write home about. They do have safety Jabril Peppers, who led the team with 10 tackles in week 13. So there is that. Look out for their safety, but look out for our safety. Budda Baker, career high of 18 tackles, career high 9th tackle for loss of the season last week, and he tied for the most tackles by a defensive back in a single game since 2000. He leads all defensive backs and ranks 2nd in the NFL with 132 tackles in 2024. He is the only player with 13 games of 7 or more tackles this season. Pay Budda. That's all I got to say about that. We also had defensive lineman LJ Collier. He had 3 sacks in his past 3 games and a tackle for loss in 4 of his past 5 games. This could be his 4th game in a row for a tackle for loss and his 4th game with a sack. Let's see it happen. On the offensive side, Kyler Murray, he passed for 259 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. And this could be his fifth game in a row with 250 or more passing yards. He needs 138 more passing yards for his fourth career 3,000-yard season. Kyler, we're proud of you. It was a rough week. You're coming back. Let's break some more records. Kyler has also had 7 touchdowns, 4 passing, 3 rushing in his past 4 games at home. Running back James Conner. It was a bit of a tough week last week. However, he still had 122 scrimmage yards, 90 of them rushing, 32 of them receiving. And he had his first receiving touchdown of the season last week. He is one of 2 running backs. Want to know who the other one is? Derrick Henry. James Conner is one of 2 running backs with 6 or more scrimmage touchdowns in each of his past 7 seasons. He's had 100 or more scrimmage yards in 6 of his 7 home games. He's aiming for his 6th in a row at home with 110 or more scrimmage yards. Let's go. Right? Trey McBride, 7 catches for 70 yards last week and a career high of 851 receiving yards in 2024. He is second among tight ends this season. He ranks tied for second among tight ends with 80 catches in 2024. And this will be his 4th game in a row with 7 or more catches and his 5th game in a row with 70 or more receiving yards. Michael Wilson, he had a touchdown last week. We thought we were on to something in those very few early minutes. Look for Michael Wilson to be ready and available to catch bombs again this week against the Patriots. And Marvin Harrison Jr., he leads all rookies with 7 receiving touchdowns in 2024. So there you have it. A little bit of stats, not too much to talk about on the Patriots side. However, we cannot be asleep during this game. We just can't. And now I'm going to bring in my co-host, Charlotte Shaff, for the Positivity Playbook. Charlotte, welcome to the show. It's time for the Positivity Playbook. And today, I know you have 3 great stories for us, and you are definitely trying to stay on the positive side of this Kyler Murray thing.
I'm trying. I get it. I mean, I get it. I am sitting in that stadium thinking, what the heck is going on here? I still feel we have faith. We need to have faith in our quarterback. And Kyler is stepping up and saying, hey, we need to get a win. I need to get better, that kind of stuff. So that makes me happy that he is saying that and he's not trying to make excuses. So, he has respect for the Patriots. He's talking nicely about them and how hopefully the Cardinals will be able to get a win this Sunday. So, I still feel as though he is our quarterback. I don't think we're going to be getting rid of him or trading him. And we need to just stand behind him and hope for the best for the next few games.
I agree. I mean, in the last little show I recorded on Monday, it's hard to stay positive. Staying positive and exactly what you said is that he's our quarterback. He's not going anywhere. He's a talented quarterback. It was a bad game. So I don't think we have to shy away from any criticism of what the heck was that we just saw, but at the same time, just moving forward and knowing that he's doing his best. And like you said, he's taking responsibility.
Yes, I respect that. So good for you, K1.
Yes, we're going to cheer for you no matter what. The next thing we wanted to talk about this week was all over our social media timelines, and that had to do with Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes, he has now been inducted into the Hall of Fame for his alma mater, Pitt. So congrats to him. He deserves all those accolades, and hopefully in the future we're going to see him in the Hall of Fame for the NFL.
Yes, College Hall of Fame. It's a really big deal. I saw some people getting it confused with the NFL Hall of Fame. I have no doubt he's going to get inducted into the
Oh,
NFL Hall of Fame, but this was a big deal. Like you said, it's so exciting.
it is. It's very exciting. Good for him. And I love that he is still doing a lot of things with his alma mater and good for him.
Good for him. Number three, Buddha Baker. What about this
Buddha.
Buddha?
Buddha. He is doing so well. And there's a lot of talk about, hey, other teams might want to take him in free agency. And lots of people are saying Cardinals need to pay this man ASAP. He needs to be paid. We need to make him a Cardinal for the next few years. So let's hope that he can do that. I'm hoping that the Cardinals are going to do that. And just some awesome stats for him that I was reading about. Even though we've had a couple losses, he's racked up a season high 18 tackles. And throughout the 13 games he's played, the 28-year-old has compiled 132 tackles, 81 solo with 2.0 sacks. So good for him. Okay, and then a really fun fact for you guys to know. The last Arizona Cardinals player to have at least 18 tackles in a game, like Buda Baker, was Rob Fredrickson in 1999 with the Jets. So you go, Buda.
All right, 1999. We're breaking records over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just pay Buddha. Let's start a campaign, pay
Yes.
Buddha.
Pay Buda. Oh, new hashtag.
Yeah,
Start it, Kelly. Start it.
maybe I will. Well, I know you weren't feeling amazing today, so I appreciate you coming on and giving us those fun three facts to kick off our football weekend. And I'll see you again next week.
Sounds good. Keep it
Thanks.
positive, peeps.
Bye. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SICKSPORTS. That's code SICKSPORTS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, where the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Tune in next week where we talk more about our favorite Arizona Cardinals. Thank you so much to my production team for all of their support. And let's go, Cardinals.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast with Kelly Singh on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.